Hey there. So, welcome back. I want to try another campaign, but this time we're going to amp up the difficulty. Let's try the maximum. So, we're going to do this thing starts at position 6. This is probably the hardest part. Is it's already at 6 at the start of the game. And we're going to gain 5 prosperity points and 4 more, which makes 9. So, the way I look at this is I think that I'm going to get these points every single game. It's not very clear on this. Player may choose to increase starting difficulty. It says first game. Hold on, it might be clear. Okay, so alright, so this is a one-time bonus of 9 points. Then from here, as you can see, the score targets are higher. I ended up scoring like over 40 points in that middle game. So it is possible, to hit these points. So I'm going to have 9 points to start. And then every point I get after that is going to be a gold. Once I get my 3 cards. So I'm basically going to, my compensation for playing these nightmare difficulties. So I'm going to just start with a mountain of gold. So I tried to figure out, okay, what do I want for my game? And the cavalry is fantastic. So that's 4 of the 9 points. So I have 5 points left. I can buy anything but this one, which I think did help us. But with 5 points left, I need to find it. I wanted the one that gives me a level 2 technology. This one gives you a level 3 technology, which I'm trying to look like, is there any of these that 1 gold is 3 damage reparation? You can spend a supply to get 2 points, which this could help when you're going up against those 2 red dice. When completing a caravan, you just get 1 gem and 1 gold no matter what. This one might be what makes it worth it to get the knowledge, wherever that knowledge one was. That costs 5, which I do have 5 points left, so I could take this. Here, a new worker stance to choose from. So, basically, instead of choosing, economy, I can choose this. And then I gain a gem and a gold every single round. That could also be very powerful, right? So I'm going to just go get a gem, which gives me those wild cards, right? And then, of course, the Conqueror one is when I take a Nevers, I no longer have to spend a population. Oh, excuse me, to build it. Sorry, I got a big yawn there. I thought there was one that gave me, like this one gives me a level 1 knowledge. I thought there was one that gave me a level 2 knowledge. I would swear I found it. And now, here it is. Knowledge Volume 2. That costs 3. So I'm going to do this one. So that's 7 out of the 9. I can actually go get a 2. Like this one, the Prophetic Vision. So I can spend all 9 points, and then I can always just sell this and exchange it for something better later. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. And which faction am I going to pick? That's the bigger question. I think it is time to try a new one. And I think we should try with these guys. I keep saying I think they could be powerful, so let's do it. And my warning to you, I've never played them before. So we'll go ahead and get Mr. Seriath. I gain and place 2 Shroud Mist cards on any 2-year events and foresee them. Afterwards, I augment any 1 Shroud card and flip it over. So I got a Shroud Mist, Shroud Curse, Shroud Darkness. I think I get the yeah, I get the Darkness and the Curse when I upgrade. So I get these two. Yeah, because they were next to the guy. Okay. So here we go. Let's do this. So I'm going to be able to put this on any 2 year events. Year 6 and year 9, I'm going to be able to see already per this thing. And then shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. We're just going to shuffle a bunch of stuff. This one starts the game on the board. Alright, so here we go. Alright, so this one, just like the last campaign, and this one are visible. Okay, they got a nice little thing here. Augmented Shrouds. When revealing a year event that has an Augmented Shroud, we gain one of these rewards. So I'm going to bring this down because I think I'm going to need to reference this a few times. I have clearly never played this before. So if it's an invasion, I gain 5 defense. If it's a living threat, I gain a gem equal to the victory reward. And if it's something else, I gain silver equal to the current year. So I could choose like, hey, I want to view these last 2 years and then just get a whole bunch of silver. But I don't get it until we get to the augmented. So I get to pick which two. I'm thinking, even if I get invaded early, I can handle that. This can hurt me down here, and these can hurt me. So I think I want to know what's going on at the end of the game. So I'm going to flip, and look at that. Both of them are massive. Well, massive invasion is out. That's actually right here. So I literally drew the only 2 invasion cards that are in that deck. That's pretty wild. So this Shrouded Mist. So what happens is this covers these, and then this one, I'm going to flip and make it an augmented. And so what that means is I'm going to gain 5 defense against that invasion. Now these Shrouded Mists, what they also do, see that's just a rule with the augmented card. The Shrouded Mists are supposed to be now one of the disadvantages of doing what I did is I peeked way out in the future. Once I upgrade to this level and this level, I get to peek at 2 more. And I might not be until this year before I finally get to level 3, and then I've already peeked, at everything. So I probably played this wrong. But I actually am very grateful I revealed these 2. So I think I played it correctly. I would swear that I read somewhere that these are basically no other player, if you're playing PvP, can view these. And maybe it's because it's in the rulebook. So at the tail end of the rulebook, they have all the factions covered here. When you gain Shroud cards, you must immediately place them. You then foresee the year events. Any Shroud card is augmented. Okay, so they must have changed the rules. I think this faction, when I first played it, the Kickstarter guys are modifying the rules. This used to be somebody has to pay you a gold to see the token. And I think I understand why they changed it. Because people just refused to pay the gold. And then it became worthless to play this race. So, okay. We got these shrouded. The key thing to understand is that there's only so many rounds, and if I were to upgrade my leader to the next level leader, I get to reveal 2 more. And by revealing the last 2 in the game, I basically made it so if I'm already this far into the game, there's not that many left to reveal. So that's the only thing But I am, like I said, very grateful that we started with those. Okay, let's I think we got what we need. Let's go ahead and get started and see how this plays. So I added the extra person. I get a level 2 knowledge. And the level 2 knowledge I want to get is gain advisor. So I gain an advisor immediately. That's the way I'm going to choose to play this. And we already did the prophetic vision. So to gain an advisor means I get one of these guys already. So this means if I'm attacking on a shrouded year, I gain +2. I'm going to take final preparation. What a fantastic one to get in the first round of the game. So during each end harvest, I get to put resources on this, and then during the last build phase, I get to collect them all. That is fantastic. To get a free advisor like that. Let's grab our 3 quests. Oh, we got something very similar to before. We got the agriculture one. I need foresee future and land cultivation. Have at least resource level 2 and township level 1 and 2 trade routes. Or have a fortified colony. I know that I'm going to be invaded twice, so I'm going to choose this one because this is going to match up with my goals. And we're going to go ahead and put that bad boy here. It gives me 1 level of resources, so I'm going to get that brick from the start of the game. I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and I start with a sword. And let's go ahead and this is the biggest difference right here. The victory point thing I'm not as concerned about. This one, as you know, I've been able to play the game where I ignore this. Because we start over here. So I basically lost 5 pips. And so now I'm going to have to get serious about pushing it left sooner than the last campaign. So that's the biggest issue. 1, 2, and 3. I like those cards. 1, 2, and 3 for us. That is interesting. So I need to just focus hard on these. And I'm going to spend 3 gold to get all 3 of these cards. I want one of them to be a manor. Let's build 2 quarries. We'll build the manor. Cost a citizen and 2. So I'm spending everything I got, and then these 3 will go here. And I gotta reveal 3 more. So again, these are 2 good cards. This one's not bad. It lets me expedite 3 buildings for free. Okay, so one of the drawbacks though is I spent all my gold. But that's fine. That's a good start. We'll progress it down. I'm definitely not rushing anything. And for my first turn, that's all I get to do. It's a little sad, actually. So I gotta grab my caravan and tokens. So regarding my tokens, I am for sure doing this one. So what do we get? We get 1, 2, and a silver. That's it for our income. It's really bleak. Oh, I shouldn't have collected that yet. Sorry. First event is a looming threat. And then we do this. It's going to move 1. I don't need to resolve the direct assault, so we're going to move 3. So that was a bad start. Okay, now we do our end harvest, which I had already done. And I'm going to have to represent this somehow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a sword on for every turn. That sword represents one of each. Okay, year two. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to spend a gold to take this and build this one. And then I'm going to do that for 2. Discard and discard. Spend a peasant 2 to get a second one out. Alright, grab everything, move it down. I still don't have anything built. Where am I going to put this? Where it stops, nobody knows. I'll go ahead and do that again. Reveal our event. I get a gem, 2 gold, because I went with the person. And we reveal this. This moves 1 to the right, and we get Pyrrhic Victory. I can remove a looming threat. That is fantastic. Great timing there. I can easily see myself losing this game if things don't go my way. I mean, I'm struggling with any ability to push this back right now. Alright, we do our income. We're going to get 1, 2, and 1. And that's it. Everything moves down. We finally got some cavalry. Draw 3. Okay, first things first, I'm going to spend this to get a wild. I'm going to spend a gold, 2 gold. We're going to build both of the quarries. And then I have to discard stuff. I'll keep this one and discard both of these. I am going to spend a citizen and 2 to rush out another town. And then we're going to definitely build a lot of stuff now. Okay, so these 2 quarries, can I hand those in? That's going to go to level 2. We have our first wild. We have a manor. We have 2 towns. And I'm starting to think I wanted to discard this one instead of that one. Oh, I pulled the wrong one. I can't discard cards if there's empty spots here. So I'm keeping that one. And I do. I want a military one because I need 2 standing military to be able to get this upgraded, which is something I need to do for my quest. Got to get bolstered forts and watchtowers going here. Which means I need gold. I need gold for this. I'm actually in a bit of a bind. I could upgrade this. That lets me get 2 more shroud tokens. Sure, I'm going to spend my wild and my manor to upgrade this. That lets me grab my level 1 guy, and I get these cards that go with it. So let's figure out what happens here. Gain and place any 2 Shroud curse cards On any 2-year events and foresee them. Afterwards, augment any one and flip over. Any one shroud card. Excellent. So these, I get +1 to my defense roll for both of these. So I'm going to just, we're in this year right now, I'm going to peek at these two. And then I guess I get these shrouds. I'm just going to lay them off to the side here. And I get to augment one. I'm going to augment this one. So now I'm going to get +5 defense in both. Otherwise, I'm just getting silver, and I don't care about that as much. So I need gold to be able to buy these 2 techs. I already have level 2. I just now need to get 5 gold to buy those 2 techs, and I will have satisfied things. So then, what do I do about this round, which I don't know what's coming? I'm already getting 2 resources now. I'm going to start getting supplies. I could go here to start getting gold, but I'm going to go ahead and get supplies. And I got to quit spending gold buying from up here. That's what's killing me. Alright, we'll go ahead and flip over the event, and there it is. I got an invasion. That's going to hurt. So the invasion's coming. It's a value of 3, 4, 5, 6. Thankfully, this is gone. So I got a 6 attack coming in, and there's nothing. We finished year 2, so there's another one here. I gotta absorb 6, and that's gonna be 3, 6, like that. That's how I have to do it. Actually, no. There's 3. And then 1 citizen for 6. Okay, so then we do the Warfront, which is also getting bad. And that will be a game over. Because this is 1-2. I have nobody to defend. And that puts me to 3, and that's game over. So, what could I have done to averted the game over? There's nothing. I don't have anything to push this left. I've already caused the game to be over. Wow. So yeah, it's really hard. So how can I retcon this so I don't waste my playthrough? What could I have done differently? Well, I had this, so I could have attacked instead of doing this. And attacking is actually pretty cool because you can get a coin. The problem is 1 blue die is not going to roll 5. But I would get a coin. It's not going to do it. I needed something to move this left. Alright, so I demonstrated how easy it is to lose. So let's just take this card, put it in, and shuffle, and just assume I drew a different one, because that's how luck works, right? So here we go. Here's the next one, and then boom. See, look. Tides completely went a different direction. And yeah, we could have cleaned up the game, set up a new one, played the new one, and then gotten to this exact same point. So just assume we did that. It's part of solo play. And we'll go ahead and do that. And yeah, now I got a point towards the serpents thing, which I gotta decide. Like, this prophetic vision thing is nice. I could always upgrade it to something else. Part of me is thinking I'd rather take the gold right now. But I'm going to leave it. We'll go ahead and accumulate it. And start our next round. We know things are going to be hunky-dory these next 3 rounds, so we don't have to... Oh, I'm sorry, we got to do our end harvest. So we get 2 bricks here, and then a supply there. And that's it. Boy, it's really lean on the income here. Alright, let's draw 3 cards. Gain a hinterland. Upon entering, I get to draw 3 cards. Not that fantastic. Well, I saved one of these. So I'm going to go ahead and put the treasure hunter in. And the swordsman. And I'm going to keep the grain field and the town. And I don't care if I keep that one. We're not going to rush anything. Progress. I get another manor. I'm in trouble. I'm getting no gold, no nothing. Oh, I forgot. We gain an advisor. Right here. We need somebody to help us. This guy, on a Shrouded Year event, we get +2 pips. Which could be handy because, as you can see, look, we got 4 Shrouded Year events coming up. That could help us against the war. You can get a level 3 knowledge if you take him. This is the Dark Dealings one. Nope. And this is the Cultist one. I'll take him. That gives us another soldier for our standing army. This is only if we attack on a Shrouded Year. But he'll still defend with a blue die. Yeah, I'll take it. That's it for that. We're on this year right now. So we're on a Shrouded Year right now. So I can decide to... Well, he'd be only one guy, but I get a +2 with my blue die. We finished 3 years, so I need to put this there. You know what? I'm going to do it, because we're getting... This became a problem. If I go here and attack this, I can push it back and I gain one of these. So I'm going to attack with only one guy here. But I get a +2. So I'm going to just take my blue. And I have a sword, so I'm going to spend that sword. A reroll. That is a nothing burger. Man, did I do horrible. So for losing, I gain my sword back. And I gain a coin. That's actually good. That's actually income. He does go up here though. And I have this guy here, so I'm going to gain another gold coin. I didn't do anything to help with the war front though. So what does this say? I am going to spend a citizen to gain 3 gold coins. Because we need to push the thing back. And it's just 1, right? Yep. And I'm going to take these 2 and put them in this. Alright, I should have done that before the round ended. So the year event's already resolved. Now we resolve the war front. And this is another loss. 1, 2. And then this is 2 more for 3, 4. If this triggers last stand, gain +2 to the defense roll. Yeah, I lost the game. I mean, this is twice now that I've lost the game. So yeah, you're So basically, I'm taking 2 gray dice, because you always get gray dice, against 2 red, and I get a +2. I'll make this a +3. This is not good. So they rolled a 5. I actually rolled a 6. I defended. So I think what happens is since I defended the last stand, I think this bumps back to 12. Let me make sure. Reset to 12. Yeah. This is insane. So I did technically not lose the second time. Oh my goodness. Alright, so now we're on to year 5. Oh, we gotta do end harvest. I gain a gold because of this, and then 2 resources here, and that's it. So let's draw our 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to go ahead and do 2 grass fields. We're going to store 2 grass fields. We're going to toss this one. I'm not going to build anything extra, keeping my resources. We are on this round here, so I know I need to do this. So I'm going to do this one. Everything does move down. So here we go. We got our 2 quarries. The problem is I need gold to push this back, or I need supplies to push that back. I also need gold to buy these. So see, I need 5 gold to buy my 2 technologies. I have 1 more turn to buy those technologies, so I don't have to buy them this turn. But see, I need 2 books to finish this. And right now I would have to spend the 5 gold to be able to advance this. This is making it very challenging, because I gotta push back. Only gold or attacking pushes back. I have nothing to attack with. I do have 3 towns, so let's do the 3 town upgrade. I'm going to gain gold from that. I also have a cavalry, so I do have 1 troop. This is tough. This is so very tough. The war front is absolutely going to kill me. Unless I think a blue and a gray die is going to win against him. And it's not. I mean, I could use this. I have 4 tokens on here. So that would be 4 supplies and 4 of these. Now, my logic is the 4 supplies would bump this back twice, but even a 2 bump backwards is not enough. I needed to get a caravan out, which I never did. So I'm going to do this. I have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to bump this back 3 times. And in doing so, I don't have enough to satisfy my quest. I know I have 1 more round still to do that, but I'm going to be in trouble. So like I can move over here to get that extra gold, because I'm going to need gold to satisfy my quest. Yeah, I would have to do that. I am going to get gold at the end of the turn, and a gem. Yeah, I had to do that. I can't do this yet. even though I wanted to. What am I missing out on? Just a silver. I'm only missing out on a silver. I'm okay. I will survive. All right, so then we do this because I chose to put my person here. So that gives us 2 gold and a gem. And I don't gain the supply though, which is what I wanted to do here. That's okay. Then this is the magic one. What's this going to say? And it's 1, 2. Then I got to roll to see if I get a third. I do have a blue guy now. It's a 4 and I only rolled a 1. So they get a third, so they're right back up to 12 again. I am so losing this game. So 1, 2, 3. Gonna put out 2 more fields. Discard this. Oh, I'm sorry. We gotta do our income. So we get 2 more of these. And a gold. And another gold. And technically I draw a card. I would have kept this card. I think I even would have. I would have kept this card over this one. So here's my dilemma. I need gold to push this thing back again. So I'm at 1, 2, 3, 4. This would be a 5th one. I think I'm going to have to cash this in. Even though the right time to cash this in is at the very end of the game. I'm desperate. I need to do this. So this is done. I'm on this step right here. I want to finish the quest. Finishing the quest gives me my 5 gold back. Currently, though, I only have 4 gold, so I don't even think I can finish the quest. What the heck? Get 3. Then it said the other one was 2? Watchtowers and bolstered forts. That's 3, and the bolstered fort, that's 6 gold I need. This picture is ancient. So I don't have the 6 gold. Oh, I forgot. We progress. So I got my 2 grain. I get another soldier. This is going to be our military. We're going to upgrade that. I need both books to upgrade this one, which I don't have. And I'm pretty sure I wasn't supposed to do this one. I was doing... Well, I could do the manor, which gets me another one of these dudes. That doesn't do anything for me, though. Yeah, the military one's what I'm going to upgrade. And then I can spend 1 to get this up to 3. I'm in so much trouble. I don't have the 6 gold to do this. That's 3 and that's 3. I'm not going to complete the quest. This has never happened to me before. But this increased difficulty, this thing, there's only so many ways to move it backwards, and most of it's economical. I lost. Pretty sure of it. So I gotta move this backwards. I can spend 3 gold to move it back 1 pip, which isn't gonna do me any good. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these. This is way too early to be doing this, but I'm basically using up my advisor. And I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those. So then what I could do is I could spend 4 to move this back twice. That's all it does for me. And then I'm going to spend 2 to get back a citizen. Ugh, that's horrible. And then I have 8 of these. So I'm going to spend 1 to rush these 2, which combined with all those gets me my level 1 agriculture. So now I'm finally gaining some supply. I still have my gold, but I can't convert this into gold. I have no way to make gold. I can buy one of these, for example, like the bolstered fort for 3. But it's not enough to level that up. And like I said, it's not enough to do the quest, because I need 2 of those. And have at least 5 materials in a fortification. I don't even have 5 materials. Well, I would have if I built this one. So yeah, I'm going to end the turn. And I'm going to gain 2 cards in a supply. Going to discard this one. Oh, I'm sorry. Wrong one. I'll discard this. And that. And so that gets me to rock bottom. That's what it gets me to. I haven't lost yet. I mean, technically there's an asterisk there, but I'm fighting. So what I need to reconsider is there anything here? Well, also I'm going to claim that I never played this race before. I'm not very good with them. And clearly my idea of getting an advisor early, it was, I think, a great idea, but the difficulty level just made this so hard. And if we would have started at normal difficulty level and I also had that advisor, actually this would have been a great idea. Great, fantastic game. I think we'd be playing a completely different game, in fact. And just to, remind ourselves, this is supposed to be nightmare difficulty. So, not surprised I'm having a nightmare. Okay, so I gotta decide what I'm gonna do with my guy. I could go out on a campaign to push this back. But then I lose the dice here to defend myself from this. So I don't want to do that. So I'm going to once again do this guy. I don't want the extra brick. I'm going to get the extra supply. Alright, so let's see. Well, this was supposed to already have been decided because we did this already. So now we're just seeing our fate. Oh my gosh. Oh, I didn't have to do it. I didn't have to. But, that's part of the gamble. Okay, and now we're going to get invaded twice in a row. And I do have a gem, which, by the way, I would have spent for the wild. So he'd be here at this point in the game. Let's grab 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to put the gold mine in. And the barracks. And we'll just save 2 of these. Discard that one. I'm not gonna extra build, although I could. Yeah, I'll extra. Well, that just gave me one more threat. Do I really want to do that? Yeah, I'll do that. So then everything goes down. This guy only does good for attacks. I got a treasure hunter, which gives me a sword, a card, a gold, and a gem. And then he counts as a gem at the end of the game. I'm not doing very well, am I? I'm going to spend this to advance this one twice. Yeah, I'm not thinking this very... I'm not doing this very well, am I? I need one more gold. I don't have it. So instead of putting him here... Oh, I forgot to click my end harvest. Because this would have given me a gold right here. Oh, my dog just bumped me. 1 second. Yeah, I forgot to do my end harvest. So I'd have gotten a silver, 2 of these, that gold, and 2 of those. Now I feel better. Much, much better. So, yes, I would spend the 3 gold right now to get the watchtowers. I know that my quest is already over, but this is still a good idea. What that does is that lets me bolster this up to 5. Because I'm being attacked. And then I'm going to spend 1 more to get this here. And I did need another soldier. So what's my plan then? I'll spend another 1 to move this down twice. And another 1 to move this and this down. So now I got 2 manners and 3 defenses, so this goes up to level 2. And that lets me grab the final guy. And there it is. So this one is the year cannot be foreseen. In the old days, it was you could pay them a gold to be able to see it. So anyways, this guy doesn't really do much for me. I can augment, this one. So this one would now be augmented, which just simply means I gain 2 gems. So that's not bad. That was worth it. And then the second book here, the reason that helps me is now I can hand these in. And this now gets a bump to level 3. And then, okay, so am I going to do the citizen or am I going to attack? Which gives me 2. And the reason I would attack is because I want to push this backwards. It's just that I'm rolling only a blue die, but I do get a +2. It could work. Or I'm doing defense, which gives me a 5 to my defense, because he's going to be doing 7 threat against me. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 threat. I can block 3, and then I have some stones. I do get 5 because this is shrouded. So I'm going to have 8 plus some stones, and I'm going to be up against 12. Each stone is 3, so 12 minus 8 is 4. I'd have to spend 2 stones. Um, I could. Now, if I go in the defensive mode, then I gain. Yeah, I'm going to do defense. Alright, so how do we resolve this? Well, am I going to push this to the left with this? My answer is no. I'm going to take a citizen back. Reduce my threat. So obviously we have this happening. We're going to take 1, 2, 3. We roll. He rerolls all 3 of those. He only gets to add 1. These are nothing burgers. So this is a 7. That makes it an 8. 9, 10, 11, 12 threat. So it's still 12 threat. I blocked 10. 5 from this. 5 from that. And that's 13. So I completely blocked him. I don't even have to defend anything else. So that part's good. I don't gain anything for winning this. I just basically repelled him. It would have been nice to have the victory parade for 3 gold. That lets me get a citizen back. But it doesn't work. And then we do this. And you can see it just moves 1. So we're fine. Wow, we survived again. Next round. 1, 2, 3. Gonna spend the gem to get a wild. Oops. Grabbed the wrong card. But this time, well, let me think about this. Nope. I'm gonna get a wild. And then what am I gonna build? I'm gonna build actually a cavalry. Because I need a 4th military. And I gotta think this through. I can't upgrade resources anymore, so this is no good. I can do 2 manors. That gives me knowledge, which is too late in the game to be getting that one. I'll build the manor. And then these 2. Just keep one, discard the other. Alright, so we're on this round here. I gotta get this moved to the left. Oh, crap. I keep forgetting to do my collections. So I get a silver. I get 2 more and a silver. I get a gold and a supply. And that's it. Okay, now I do this. I'm going to move these down. I get my wild. I'm going to spend 1 supply to move this all the way down. So now I have 4 of these. I'm going to spend this to upgrade this to level 2. So now this can go up to 6. So I'll spend 1 to make that go up to 6. What else am I doing? I'm going to spend a brick. This is considered a building. So I'm going to brush this one. And that gives me 4 gold. And so then I'm going to spend 6 gold to move this back 1, 2, 3. I'm actually going to survive this. Got a little lucky. I got unlucky, which is what caused me to have to, reshuffle and try again. Now I'm getting a little lucky. So this nightmare mode is tough. Absolutely tough. It's beatable, but it's tough. And there's nothing else I can do. So I got to call that an end. Got to pick my stance. I am not going to do a defensive stance. I think I am going to go aggressive. I'm going to attack. And with my attack, I'm going to take these two. And we're going to go and attack the game board. I'm going to spend my one sword to give me a +1. And this gives me a +2. I'm very confident I'm going to win this. But these dice are swingy. I rolled a 6. I win it outright. This made it an 8, and that made it a 9. So I do win. So I push this back to the left one more time. And I gain one of these cards, which if I'm willing to spend a citizen, I get to build it right away. Or put it in a build queue. I really don't even need the cards. I just did it to push the thing to the left. So, didn't really do that much for me. I do gain a gold for doing the campaign, and I gain 2 towards my defense with the invasion, which is happening right here. So he rolls 3 blue dice. So this one's a reroll. 2, 4, 5 plus 8 is 13. 14, 15, 16, 17. I get 5 from this. I get 5 from this, so that's 10 out of the 17. I get 2 from this, so that's 12. I'm not going to spend these. This is 15, and that's 18. So I'm just going to spend 2 of those, and bam, I deflected the attack. I'm not winning this game, though. And then we draw this. They progress 1, 2. Now it's 2 red dice against 2 blue dice. These odds are not in my favor. Yeah, I lose. So he moves 1 more over. Collect our income. So we get a gold from this. A gold from that. 2 resources and a silver. Another gold. And a supply. Wow. That was the final... No, I'm sorry. We got 1 more round. That's it. Final round of the game right now. 1, 2, 3. I got 1 manor out there. I'm gonna build a town. Can I? Yeah, and then another town as my 2 builds. And then I can keep this one, discard that one. Everything advances. 1 space. Oof. Now what? Final round. I know I'm not getting attacked. It's the war front. We're 3 pips away. I don't think I'm going to get into the victory point range. I just want to not lose here. So I don't need to rush anything, so I'm not going to build anything. Yeah, I don't even have to put things in here. I can spend 3 gold. Well, I am going to spend 2 supply to get a citizen back. I'll spend 3 gold to move this left 1, which should guarantee I'm not going to lose. And yeah, that's all I get to do. So then for my magic trick, I'm going to go for the supplies, because I need to get these citizens back to not lose victory points. So this is a nothing burger. The only thing we have to resolve is this. And my goodness, could that have come at a better time? And I get another point. Okay, I get the end harvest, so I gain a gold, a silver, and another gold, and then a 2 supplies. This is the Chinese option because they always like to throw a supplies party. Alright, so the game is now over. Then we do the final year event, which means that all these come available. There's my 4 guys again. I got my manor. So these are 2 towns plus a wild, makes it 3 towns. So I get to upgrade that. And then these are 2 manors. I need a book. Oh my gosh, I need a book. I only have 2 gold. Can I pull this off? I might be in trouble. I'm in trouble. I have 3 gold. I need 1 more book. I can't build this. I mean, I am level 2. But see, they're all expensive. Oh, was there anything I could have done differently? I did. I spent 3 gold to move this left one. I just couldn't do it. I had to buy this. Because here's the thing, folks. I gotta win the game. So even though I gotta be conservative up here, I have to still win. And so those are gone, and that lets me take that to level 3. And maybe I did win, and I'm just not doing the math in my head very well. But that's all the more upgrades I can do here, and then the rest of this is just simply converting things into things. So I'm going to take that citizen back. Then this becomes 7 silver, which is 2, 4, 6, and then that's 7, which just makes this go up to 6. And the victory points are, that's 1, for example. Just 1. Because the, right here, 1 victory point for every 2 gems, 1 for every 5 gold. So actually, this is 2. Because I do have 5 gold. And then this here, 18, 22, 25. This is why I'm nervous. I don't know if it's enough. How much do I need? I need 30 points, folks. So that's 25. Oh, I forgot. You can push things left. It's always been a question mark of whether you could convert this into silver and then still push that left. I've been playing where once you convert it to silver, you can no longer push left, so we'll just leave it be the way it is. So there's no victory points to be had here. This is a -2. So that cancels that. And then for the hinterland, I get nothing. Then for the warfront, I get nothing. So that would be 25 points. That is a big fat loss. So the saga's over. I don't even get to go to game 2. So that was very challenging. And the reason that's super challenging, it's very simple. The cost to move these things to the left is enormous. 6 gold is a lot of gold to spend. And I mean, whatever your reasonings are, I know I made it look easy when I was this race, but we were adding up all the dice of our army, and every time these guys would attack with 2 red dice, and theoretically, I should be defending with only 2 of my guys. So even with these guys, that's horrible. I'm defending with blue dice or green dice, and that's horrible um, defense odds. Unless somebody can clear up that I can add up all my guys. I don't know. So the 2 red dice thing is actually brutal. I mean, you could save up these red swords to help you with that. If you go in defensive stance, you do get a +1 pip here. There is a +1 defense there that would, factor into your dice rolls. It's. I thought I had a brilliant idea getting all these resources, and at the end of the game, I was going to get all these supplies, and then really what I was going to do is then, get all my citizens back. But even without this -2, that wasn't enough. So what would it have taken to get to 30? Well, I would have had to upgrade these. And that would have taken a lot more soldiers, a lot more buildings, and I don't have enough turns in the game to get that many buildings. I spent every building I made. These are the only 2 that I wasted. And remember, you draw 3, you build 2, right? So to get the 30 points, this was only 6 victory points at level. So if I had gotten that to level 3, that would have been 9, 9. So think about this. That's 18 and 18. That gets you 36 points there. But this is near impossible to do. Alright, well, I thought I would be able to swing out a nightmare victory playing a race I've never played before. Not a good idea. However, can I do it with somebody else that I have played before? Good question. I don't know the answer to that. Well, anyways, thanks for watching. As always, stay awesome.